match is Yusuf Mats, the skipper of Amakosi. Skipper, congratulations on your award. Talk us through today's performance.
Thank you, and alhamdulillah for the Almighty. I think we know it wouldn't be easy, but we try to manage it we can as a team, and we're not happy with the results, but what can you do? It's the outcome of the results at the end of the game, so yeah.
A game of so many missed chances from Amakosi.
Yeah, it's been through the season now already. We create a lot of chances, but we don't convert them into goals, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Your performance throughout the season, I mean, you were able to come back from this one and get a point.
Yeah, obviously we wanted the 3 points, but unfortunately it didn't go as planned. But we just can say thank you to the Almighty.
Thank you tonight.
Thank you.
Yusuf Mats, player of the match following the 1-0 draw against Sekhukhune United. Goals from Ramala as well as Claudie Lilebo of Amakosi. Coach Eric Tinkler is joining us now. Coach, it ends in a draw. How do you feel about the performance?
Yeah, I think in the first half we struggled, to be honest, because their 2 10s were always available, Lilebo and Sereno. And they were catching us with a lot of balls in behind. Structurally, we struggled. Our double sixes were not really getting close enough, and they caused us quite a few problems. But saying that at the same time, we created our own situations in attack that we benefited from. We managed to get the goal. But I think in the first half, very entertaining for the crowd because a lot of transitions, losing the ball cheaply, and then the game is going from one end to the other, So half-time, I thought we needed to change our structure. Second half, looked to play more as a back five to try and deal with, especially Lilebo, who likes to cut in and can cause chaos. And Modi in the second half was causing us a lot of problems. But I thought second half, defensively, we looked a little bit more structured. But again, main issue for me, you can't be chasing the ball for 90 minutes. You've got to be able to keep possession of the ball, especially at critical phases of the game. And we didn't do that. We should have managed the first half a lot better. Chance from us leads to a goal for them. Those moments, we have to be better. And then similarly in the second half, I just felt, we needed to show a little bit more desire. They had chances, we had chances, but a lot of mistakes from both teams.
A lot of golden opportunities as well from Sekhukhune. This is where you could have possibly gotten more than a point.
Yeah, I thought Vusi's chance, that could have got us the 3 points. But, it is what it is. We had to make a couple of last-ditch tackles to try and prevent them from scoring. But when you don't take your chances, then the game goes the way it goes. So I thought if we could get a second goal, we could at least kill the game off. But was not to be.
It's all to play for then in the last game, Coach.
Sorry?
It's all to play for in the last game.
Yeah, all to play for. We didn't lose today. Got a point against the team. We're obviously full of morale and confidence after the Nedbank win. I think where they're sitting in the league table is not a true story of the squad that they've got and the brand of football they look to try and play. But now, last game of the season, we have to go away from home, which is not going to be easy against Arrows, and try and, collect maximum points.
We spoke about the momentum in our pre-match interview. You are still now unbeaten.
Yeah, that's important. But, 1 point today is not what it was 20 years ago. Losing 2 points makes a massive difference.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Eric Tinkler of Sekhukhune United, 4 years in top flight football. This time last year, they finished in 4th position, just 5 points behind Stellenbosch. This season, it looks like they will finish 4th again, depending on what happens, of course, in the Winelands. Joined by Coach Kaizer as well as Nabi. Is this where you could have gotten more than a point?
Est-ce que vous croyez qu'il y avait moyen d'avoir plus qu'un point?
Je pense que c'était pour les deux équipes. Il y avait moyen pour les deux équipes d'avoir un point. Nous avons joué contre une très belle équipe de Sekhukhune. On a fait de notre mieux avec le gros absence, des joueurs qui ont joué blessés. Je pense que c'est un point, je veux dire, correct. Correct pour les efforts que les deux équipes. Nous, on a besoin de plus, eux aussi. Mais c'est le football, c'est comme ça.
I think yeah, it's a deserved point, but we feel that the 3 points could have gone either way. The two teams they did what they could. They had chances to score, but with all the absences that we had, and we feel that it's a deserved point.
Both goals came at critical stages of the game. The first opening 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of before halftime. Just talk us through that.
Les buts ont été marqués dans les moments importants du match, les 5 premières minutes et les 5 dernières minutes de la première mi-temps.
Je pense que nous avons pris un but assez tôt quand même. Comme vous savez, il y a la première fois, on a beaucoup d'absences. Toute la ligne défensive, elle est absente. Des joueurs qui jouent presque la première fois, des joueurs blessés en défense avec un jeune Eden que je les félicite pour sa prestation. Ouais, mais on a eu le force de caractère de revenir vraiment. On a poussé pour revenir. Je félicite les joueurs. C'est vrai, un point, ça ne fait pas vraiment nos affaires. Mais je ne peux que féliciter mes joueurs. Ils ont tout donné pour avoir 3 points. On n'a pas eu. On a une très bonne équipe en face. Et il faut respecter. C'est pas facile, c'est vrai. Le moment où on a pris, c'était un très mauvais moment. Mais au moment où on a marqué, c'était un bon moment pour nous, un mauvais pour l'adversaire.
It's true that we didn't enter well in the game in the first 2-3 minutes. We conceded a goal with like a back line that is probably first time playing together with a lot of absence. And as well, I take this opportunity to congratulate a player like Aiden McCarthy. It's his first game in Premier League, and he did a very good performance. But we had the strong character to stay in the game, to stay concentrated, and as well we scored in the last minute of the first half. It was a very good moment as well for us, which gave us the opportunity to go into halftime with morale and to come back stronger.
3 more points to fight for now.
Trois points encore on doit se battre pour le dernier.
Tout à fait, on doit tout donner pour le dernier match. Nous avons vraiment voulu gagner 3 points mais jusqu'au bout, jusqu'à la dernière minute, on va se battre. Voilà, espérons qu'on va récupérer quelques joueurs blessés parce que vraiment trop d'absence aujourd'hui, ils nous ont pas aidés. Nous avons joué sans défenseur sur le banc. La finale est aujourd'hui. Donc c'est pas facile, je félicite tous les joueurs, mais on va se battre jusqu'au bout pour être dans le top 8.
It's the last game. We need to fight for the 3 points. It's not gonna be easy, but we hope as well to get some players back from suspension or injury, because today there was no defender on the bench even on the final. But we congratulate the players. They did everything they could to get us the 3 points. But we still have a chance, and we're gonna do everything for the last game to finish in the top 8.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, nah. Okay. Yeah, guys, to be honest, I don't know where to start because of how we played on today's game. We could have, tried to at least make sure that we win the game, but unfortunately we did not win, and we ended up getting 1 point, meaning we are now on 31, which in paper it should be better, but to be honest, guys, it's not nice. We are nowhere near safe when it comes to being in the top 8, because even now we are still out of the top 8, I believe. But let me just quickly check, because the game just ended. I would have loved to see Kaizer, winning and making sure to see Angena with top 8. Now, looking at the standings, let me just refresh so that I can be able to see the standings. We go back to the table. So, Pelilama games, Chippa United have played their last game of the season, which was their 28th match. And also ETS Galaxy, they have played their last games. Now, ETS Galaxy has 35 points, Kaizer is still on 31 points. So, since we drew with Iskukune, and they are currently sitting at number 4, meaning they are safe, they have no problem. I'm sure they would have loved to be on number 3 so that they can secure, that spot. But unfortunately, Stellenbosch gets to win. And then looking at a team like Polokwane City, which we are going to play against, hey, angali baluzile manje, but asazi what is going to happen on the next game. I wish we can be able to beat them because okay, a draw will put us to number 8. Naranjan, slightly cheaper because they already have played their games. But for us to be more safer, we need to make sure until we beat Ipulukwane City. That way we'll have better chances because we might even occupy position number 7, which is currently occupied by each Ipulukwane City. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a tough game. But in terms of the play on today's game, I don't want to lie. I feel like when they scored, our game was pop. We were too relaxed at the back, and then looking at the players like Abu, defensively, Dylan Solomons, the left back, because Stalamuva Vele, with goalkeeper, I'm not gonna blame him too much because I think he did very well. Unfortunately, defense edge was not stable, so that's how we considered, that goal, the first goal that Skukuna United managed to score, and then we tried to come back to the game, but we all know Kaizer just doesn't like to chase the game. That is the problem that we always face. So Kaizer just doesn't like to chase the game, and it becomes difficult for us. But corner, it doesn't mean we are out, totally out. We still have a chance because already most of the teams here, they've played their games and only remaining with one game. So Imurumo Gallants is a team mayingawina engasikahlela, to be honest. It might make it difficult for us, to get into the top 8. But since they drew manje, the next game angazi badlala nani. But if they can be, or they can lose that game, you I my mate. This is not nice. The whole Kaizer Chiefs team depending on other teams to lose. Yeah, it's not nice. Phela singaboduma ngabaye phela manje mabo nje, but yeah, chances are still there. Yeah, we still have a chance because of how the teams played on today's game. So yeah, we just need to make sure with Masbuya, the next game that we're going to play. Lentil Dalo coach today, I don't know why he decided to play a 4-4-2, because if we played a 4-4-3, I think we would have had much better chances of winning the game than playing a 4-4-2 because this attacker on Wandile Tuba, and then we will allow space for Lilepo on that side. And then this side, Bule Modi do what he does. And then also our attacking midfielder was someone says Yuguti, Ushama passes Amnando, your combiner would have done a lot better. We do know to playing in that position. I do not see much. I do not want to lie. This game, the entire game, I do not want to lie. So clearly, there's an error. I think we made a mistake when it comes to, how we went for Eli Napi on today's game. And then a mover, yes, we had a left back like Ethan McCarthy. I think we can give him credit because I feel like he did a good job. Now Vele, we can, say he's done the best job because this was his first game. So we still need to see what perform on some of the other games. But next game, I don't think we should play him. We would go back to our original lineup because Cross would have served his 2-match suspension, I believe. And then now he can come back and then he can play. And then we can play Odovera because we can play. Kahle, now we do have a squad, but for you to be honest, now we'll have the players that we need so that we can be able to compete because today, Penchin, we do not have a lot of defenders, especially at the back. So yeah, I don't know to what is going to happen, but on today's game, man, yeah, considering first, it's not nice, to be honest. It's something essence which is a struggle. And I've seen some of the performances of the players, like Ulilepo. I feel like that goal, it does deserve, another goal of the month because it was beautiful, nicely done. But the problem is after scoring that goal, what do you do as a player? Because we've seen him score that beautiful goal, and then after that, Bengasambo on the ground in Lelepo. I think that's one of the reasons why coach decided with Tezen, let me just take him off. So that is a problem we are still currently facing. You understand? So, I don't know. But anyways, I think it's a well-deserved point. We did fight. To be honest, we did fight. It's better than what I could say, but yeah, yeah. Now we still have chances. We still have chances if we're going to go on the next game with high pressure, high intensity. Then Naganjan will win that game. I just wish we are not playing at home. It's FNP. That's the only thing I wish currently. But other than that, Buffet, you can let me know when Lepekaya we won a game in terms of Kaizer Chiefs, but I feel like we did pretty well. We did pretty well. Not the same Kaizer Chiefs that played against the Orlando Pirates, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to see. Maybe we do need those signings so that they can help the team. But anyways, this is it, Buffet. Thank you so much for watching. I was on board now with something new, hopefully. And yeah, we're still going to talk about a lot because there is a lot.